it's Karen. I'm back with my second design team project for the month of April for AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy. And I will leave links to her Etsy shop in the description box below, so you can, with one click, pop to the store and have a look at the beautiful laces and trims, cabochons, flowers, bling, charms, just to name a few of the things that she has in the shop that you'll want to go and have a look at. And I also will leave links to the designers in the description box below. We have a new one that's joined us this month, and for sure you're going to want to go over and see what they are designing to inspire you. What I did was I made some little journals, and so I took pieces of my Edith Holden book that I have been hoarding, and I took 5 pages out and I created these little journals that you could use for a weekend away or for some special event that you wanted to put together your things that you collected from that event, tickets or photos or whatever, and then write in your thoughts about what had happened, and that would just be in this special little folder. Or it could go in your purse to write down little thoughts or notes about things. A lot of people use these small journals for writing out their prayer requests and also just making lists for things that they need to do or things they want to purchase, that type of thing. I used the beautiful laces and trims and cabochons and floral trim from Kim's shop, and then added in some of my own supplies to finish them off. It is the outside part of this that has the beautiful things on it from Kim's shop. Most of the inside is just a collection of some papers, a fancy paper clip that I created. And so I'll probably show you the inside of a couple of them. They're all very similar. So the first one, you can see the Edith Holden page there, and this one has the beautiful trim that was in my design team package this month, the floral trim. And here I used it, let me think now, I used the top part of it. So it also has the little trim at the very top here, which I had mentioned you could also cut off. I left on this panel, and then I just took off the dangle pieces so that it would fit on the bottom of here. And all I did was take the book pages and fold them into sort of a wallet-like shape, and I stitched the pages in on my sewing machine. This lilac trim is actually from my stash, as is the little tatted butterfly on here. The flower I created with some fabric and a small piece of a previous floral trim that Kim had in the shop, and then this is one of her cabochons. And the ring light always has to show up in there, but the detail in these is just so incredible. I'm going to do a close-up, and hopefully there you can see. You can also see the ring light, but look how cute that little fairy cabochon is. And every one of them is beautiful like that. Beautiful detailing. And they're so lovely on a project. Sort of used it as a floral center here, but I've used them just in other applications on these little journals as well, you'll see. I used the tie to tie this one shut. There's the stitching you can see from stitching in the pages. There's another piece of that trim. I just used part of it for on the back part of the folio, or the little folder here, and then I just put an extra little fussy cut purple flower there as decorative for that one. And every one of them has a little paper clip in it with a little bead drop, just for added interest. So that's the first one. This is the second one, again, an Edith Holden page that I have. I left all of them intact so you can read the writing and that on the inside of them here where the flaps go up. And I left the insides intact too. You'll see that when I show the inside of a couple of them. I might show you the inside of this one. And this again is a piece of beautiful floral trim that I had in my design team package. This is the same one that I dyed for my tea bag journal, and this took the tea dye just beautifully. This sort of little bit of a sheen to the thread in this just really took the dye beautifully. This again, one of her gorgeous little fairy cabochons. She has some new ones in the shop now, and they're square. First time ever that she's had square ones. I'm really excited. I should be getting a set of those in my design team package for next month, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they look like. And these are little rolled roses out of my stash, but Kim does have some rolled roses in her shop as well. We, of course, can't possibly have everything in the shop in our design team packages, so we get a certain amount of things to design with, and then if it's something she carries, I always let you know that you can get it in her shop. This is a piece of sari silk from my stash, and I use that to tie this one closed. Little dangle off of the paper clip there, and a little collage on the back of this one with some digitals, and these are her beautiful laces from one of her floral trims that she had. She also had these wooden butterflies in her shop, and I still had a few in my stash, and so that's one of them. And then I just created this and used it and left it as a pocket, so I did put a little bit of a tag collaged on the back in here as well, just for added interest, but you can still see the beautiful Edith Holden page in the background. I'll open this one just to show you a little bit of how the Edith Holden page is still visible. Just flip up. As I said, the pages are all stitched in along the bottom, and then I just used different, like this is vellum that I printed on, and some other digitals that I had. This is just a little piece that I made to add in here as a tuck spot, and added some little beads and some embroidery stitches on, and put that on there as a little tuck. Other papers and other tuck spots for doilies and different things. Washi tape in them. This is a little tuck spot, like a little lace tuck spot here that you could tuck something underneath, and I just used my Tim Holtz tiny stapler, which I splurged and finally bought myself one. I've always felt they were a great indulgence because they're not exactly cheap, well, here in Canada anyway, but I finally splurged and bought myself one of them, and I wished I had bought it sooner, because it really, the tiny staples that come out of it are so pretty. They look really nice on things, so you really do want to use it. This is all hand done. This is a digital, but this is all hand stitching. This is all embroidery work and bead work through here for this pretty little paper clip, and then a little dangle on the end of that. Just a belly band there, and another little tag. So not a lot in them. Mainly, this is some washi tape, mainly to leave it so that there's lots of room for journaling, but also a few areas where you can tuck things, you know, if you had tickets or you had a photo or something. This is some washi tape as well. And there's pretty papers, which are, you could do some writing on those too, but there's lots of places to write. And this is another piece of vellum and washi tape. And that's the end of that one. And there's the rest of the, you can see there's the Edith Holden page, and you can see it in the front too. So this was for one in the month of July. And then they just easily close. Most of them I think I did with a tie. And so that just ties around easily there. This one, I used that beautiful floral trim that Kim had in my design team package this month. Such a pretty trim. Used a more solid piece here, and then just glued it over the back side. Left the gorgeous Edith Holden page visible there. Added in this little ribbon. This ribbon kind of looks a little different colored than the flowers I see on camera, but it's actually much closer in color to this peachy, same peachy color that's in these flowers. This is the trim from the edge of these floral trim. You saw that. I also used that in my little tea bag journal that I did earlier this month. This is also another piece of lace that was from a previous design team package that I used on the front of here. And I used it on the back as well, and I created a pocket with it on the back of this one, and I added in a little journaling card in there. And then this one, the little bead, is a little star with some green beads and a little white bead, and that's the paper clip has got some green on it. And this one as well is got these, this is that beautiful lace that was from my design team package. This is a portion of it here, and a portion of it down here in this corner. Here I added one of her beautiful lady cabochons. I'm not sure if she still has those in the shop, but you can go and have a look. I know she does have some new ones and some of her older ones as well. And here I just used it as a little accent spot. And then this is another one of her flat trims from a previous design team that I had in my stash. This is also a very beautiful Edith Holden book page. And again, the journal pages are sewn in. And on the back, I did a bit of a collage there, and I added in a little booklet with some little scrappy pieces in it. And that is in the back of this one. I tried to do something sort of a little bit different in each of them, just for interest. But these floral trims are so beautiful to get your hands on because you can cut them up. And this is sort of this is a flower, and these are 2 leaves, and they're all cut out separately and then pieced together to make that little collage. Whereas this one is all cut out as in one piece. Little flower from my stash, and then this is one of the blings from her shop as well. And then that beautiful cabochon of the lady. And I mean, you can see every detail of her face and the ruffles on her dress and everything. Like, they're just so detailed for such a pretty little glass cabochon. And this is the last one. This again is a floral from, this is previous design team package. I was running low on some of my florals. I used quite a bit of lace to do my tea bag journal, so I had only enough pieces and I wanted to do one more. Still had this gorgeous piece of lace from her shop, and I think I noticed that one is still available. I don't know if this floral is, but any of her laces that you can cut apart you can use. And here you can see I only used half of the flower, so that's a good way of extending your pieces as well, as just cut it in half and use it on the edge of a page. And then I used some of my own flat backs here. This is a piece of sari silk. I added one of her little charms that I still had in my stash, one of the little pearl ones with the little rondelle piece at the top. I added that on there as well. And then on the back, created a pocket on the side with the trim that I had in my design team package. The one that I showed you could cut all to pieces. It's now all completely finished. I don't have any more of it to show you, but it had this section in it, which is the same as this one. This is part of that same lace. I just turned it on its side and cut a piece like that to create this pocket, and then added in some more of my flat back pearls. And then I used another piece of her lace. I think this was from this week's design, or this month's design team package. And then the edging again, you'll recognize it. It is the top of that lace, and I did cut it off for my last design team project, my little tea bag journal, and I did again here. I cut some of it off and I added it to this lace down each side. So totally recreated this lace by cutting out the center of it and adding this down the sides, and a purple ribbon in the background. And it looks really, really pretty. And then it sort of created this is a belly band, this is the pocket, this little journaling card. When it's not, the tie isn't in the way, it comes out very easily too, but it just slides right straight through there, and you have a pretty little collage tag, this with a piece of thread hanging on it. This easily could be used as a belly band tuck spot for any little goodies, again, that you wanted to tuck in here yourself. And it's tied shut with a bit of sari ribbon. So I'll just open this one up so you can see what the inside of this one looks like, just for interest. So just a sari ribbon tied around there. You can see this one is for the month of August. I added a little purple butterfly there, otherwise left the page so that you could see it, and the same in the front here. You can see the beautiful, I think that's wisteria that's on there. And then this one again has a variety of pages. This is obviously a page of interest, just to look at the vellum. And then I added in some little bit of writing paper in there too, and other little stitched pieces with beads and pins. This one has a little pocket in it made from a bag, which has a little journaling card inside. This has another journaling card here. This has a paper clip, has some of the lace from piece of the lace from Kim's shop, and one of my little tatted butterflies, and of course a little purple bead on the top there, and washi tape, another little tatted butterfly, some of Kim's leaf trim. This one has a bit of a flip out here and another piece of writing paper inside there. Little tuck spot ruffle here with some of Kim's lace attached to it, and the other part of the pocket, some washi tape, and again there's your Edith Holden pages in there as well. So anyway, they're fun for, I think, for a little weekend getaway or a small journaling. I think they would make really beautiful gifts, and I was having so much fun making them that I ended up making the 5 of them. So if you've made it to the end of this video, I hope that you've enjoyed it. I hope you will consider giving it a thumbs up. I hope you'll go over and visit Kim's shop, AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy, and have a look at all these beautiful things that you can buy there to make your own projects with. And leave me a comment below. Tell me which one is your favorite. And you never know. There might be a surprise draw. You never know. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.